Messes me up every time you count down.
I want to be like Freddy.
No, you're not Freddy. All right.
So we started. Are we using this one?
I don't.
What number does he count down? 5, 4,
I don't.
3.
I never
2,
watched iCarly.
1.
All right, so
What's wrong with you?
I was a child, and they were real people. Real people didn't interest me.
Oh yeah, you like anime stuff, huh?
Animations interested me.
Animation still interests you.
Anime.
And talking about hentai.
It's Gabe, first of all.
I forgot my family's listening.
Do you want to restart that?
That's okay.
Anyway, welcome back to the Nameless Losers. I'm Ryan.
Sorry for that intro. I'm Alyssia.
And I guess we should start by saying that we recently made a Instagram account.
Yes, we did.
For
anyone who wants to send us anything or message us,
just let us know. I mean, we have one person. I think I mentioned last time that
Kaylin,
I wanted.
We talking to you.
I am.
We
I'm
love
talking,
you.
I miss you. Anyway, I think last episode you were talking about because you didn't know what a kimono was.
Yes, I did not know. I am now informed. She messaged me.
Yeah, so
and laughed at me and roasted me.
Thank you.
And then she drew me a picture
of a kimono dragon.
In a kimono.
So eventually we'll get that up if Kaylin's all right with it. We'll post it on there. Like I said, anything you guys want to send in, any questions, any comments, if you want to harass us, I guess.
Yeah, roast us, dude.
we might cry, but we might roast you back. Who knows?
Oh my God, roast us, and then we'll read it on the show.
It's something like that.
I'll read your roast and you read my roast, and then we'll just cry.
That would really hurt. Yeah, we can do something like that.
Or we could roast you if you want.
Just post a picture and we'll roast you.
That sounds so fun.
That's just that's something that Alyssia does anyway. So
I just send you pictures of people and roast them.
Yeah.
Like I called Ira a whore because he kept you up all night.
It's been like the first time in like a year that me and him and Jordan like all played together. Yeah, so it's been a while, but yeah, I was up until like 2 last night, and then Alyssia wanted to do the podcast early today.
I got a party. Well, not really. I have to go see Alyssa. It's her birthday. It was her birthday Friday, but she was getting her wisdom teeth like not out. Not out. She had like a complication, so they had to like cut it back open, and I couldn't take her out to eat. I also got her a cake, and
I don't think. So is she able to eat now? Because like wisdom teeth. Yeah, I was gonna say
she's still not able to eat, but we wanted to take her out. I guess she'll just have to eat some soup and a smoothie. We'll blend up her food. We got her a cake and everything, dude. It was all.
I was gonna say, I can make her that alcoholic beverage again, but I don't know if alcohol is good for.
I'll clean her wounds.
I don't think that's how that works.
We got her a cake with her picture on it when she was. Sorry. She was drunk one time before she was 21, and she fell, and she was laying on the ground flipping us off, and we took a picture of her, and we're gonna put it on the cake. I handed it to the lady. Actually, I saw Michaela there at Walmart, and she's like, "Oh, you're getting a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she opened it, and she was like, "Oh my God!" And she just started busting out laughing.
I wonder if Coley's is cheaper
to get a cake.
Yeah,
with a picture on it.
It probably tastes better than a Walmart cake, but
yeah, that's true. I don't know if it's cheaper though.
Yeah. Anyway,
so why don't you tell us about your dream you were talking about the other day?
I was in my car and I was listening to my playlist, and I have it on like shuffle. You know my playlist, like it's bipolar. Like it goes from like hard rock to like weird music to like country to like pop, and it just bounces all over the place.
So is mine. My playlist is just like me.
Yeah.
Bipolar.
Anyway, Avril Lavigne's song, the Girlfriend, I think that's what it's, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That came on, and it just brought back like an instant flashback of a dream I had like 3 years ago. And I cringed so bad.
Were you dressed in a tutu singing that song?
Oh. Okay. So, at the time, I was interested in this girl, and I think she went to.
Girl?
I don't think so. Oh. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, she went to the magic shop a lot, and we did.
Do you want to tell them what the magic shop is, or are you a magician?
MTG. Magic the Gathering, the card game.
There you go.
Yeah, anyway.
They're going to think you're a magician with your suit.
I am, yeah, we went to the magic shop.
She was my assistant. I pulled her out of a hat.
Anyway, we were playing the games and everything, and like, I was interested in her, and one of the other people I knew ended up telling me that, well, I knew she had a boyfriend, but the other person that I was talking to who knew her said that her boyfriend was like a dick and he treated her like shit and all this stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that sucks. And like, I guess I had listened to that song that same night or something, and I don't know, like, something in my brain just clicked, and I had a dream that, like, I went to where she worked, and
oh god,
I had like a boombox on my shoulder,
like the movie.
Yeah, but I was dressed in like a cheerleader outfit, like she was dressed in the music video.
I can see that. Yeah.
And I just like put it down on the floor and just pressed play. Just started like doing like a choreographed dance and like singing in it, except the I don't like your boyfriend, or yeah, it was I don't like your boyfriend. So I started singing that, and I don't remember what happened after that. Honestly, that's the only thing that I remember. I would have
closed my window.
No, it was it was where she worked. It wasn't where she lived.
Oh, I went into jobs.
It was a restaurant, like
You know where she worked?
Yeah.
You stalked her?
No.
How
she
do you
told
know?
Me where she worked.
Oh, she told you.
She told me
you
where she worked.
You were listening on a conversation, and you're
no,
like,
we were talking. We were talking, and she's like, "Hey, you need to try this restaurant." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go try it." She's like, "Yeah, I work there. Come by sometime, and I'll give you like a discount."
And she's flirting.
I was like, "Okay," but anyway, yeah. So I went to where she worked, and I did that, and
maybe she wouldn't have quit her job. She was flirting.
But yeah, I don't know why. But
I liked it. I think you should record an actual cover.
Just actually do it.
You should. I'll be there to film it.
I'm good. I don't really want to do it.
How about you?
I still cringe when I think about it. Like, that's how bad it is.
I have an idea. A better idea. Okay.
Okay.
You record a cover of that song, except place it with boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
We make a music video with you with a boombox and a cheerleader's outfit.
So you just want me to reenact my dream, is what you're saying?
Please.
No.
I think it would be great.
You can't pay me enough money to do that.
Hey, if you guys want to see that, send in $1.
Just let's start a Kickstarter account.
For Ryan to make a music video of his dream. I would pay big bucks to watch that.
You don't have any money, like I said.
I know. But I wanted to see it.
I'd have to go get like the tutu from like Miss Berry or something.
See?
It was...
It's perfect.
It's not.
I could rent in a little outfit for you.
I still feel uncomfortable talking about it. Just wait until the costumes go on sale for Halloween.
Hey, it's perfect. You got a year to train.
Yeah, except I'll be gone in like a month. So
no. Okay, before you leave, I will film the whole thing. Remember, I filmed a music video for Josh.
Yeah.
And we're gonna film one for you.
And your hands were shaking the whole time.
I got Parkinson's. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Got carpal tunnel.
Now you're just naming things off. You don't even know.
You know how I used to spell carpool tunnel?
Carpool tunnels?
Yeah, CARPOOL.
Yeah, I like how it took you a while.
TUNNEL, right? Well, a band named themselves Carpool Tunnel, and I got really mad. Because I was like, that was my inside joke with, like, you and Adriana. And
it was just Adriana. You never told me this, and I'm not
maybe it was Miss Barry.
Maybe.
Because I couldn't spell it. And I was like, here you go. And she's like, what is this?
Carpool tunnels?
Yeah, and I'm like, no. The hand thing.
She's like, what? Why are you talking about carpool tunnels? Is that a thing? Carpool tunnels?
Carpool tunnel. She's like, what? I don't think that's how you spell it.
So only people who carpool can go through those tunnels.
True. Just bring mannequins with you.
Mannequins?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Or like, the other one.
Yeah, no. Let's not do that. That's even worse.
Yeah, it's two purposes.
No.
Purposes.
Again, we're not. No. You told me that your family's listening to this.
Yeah, my mom told my whole family that I make a podcast with you, so now everyone's gonna be listening.
Yeah, now everyone knows all of Alyssia's secrets. All of your family.
I don't use a carpool lane. There's no carpool lane here. I don't got no carpool tunnel.
So you're not putting those dolls in your car then?
I don't have money to buy the dolls.
I would if I could, but I don't have the money.
Just like how I'm going to pay you to shoot the music video.
Exactly.
We could put those in the background. They could
just be fake cheerleaders.
Yes, dude. That's perfect. That's genius.
No. Again, you don't have the money. And you could not pay me enough to
fund me so I could put Ryan in his cheerleader outfit and we could have some...
Dude, I would be so upset. I would be so upset if people started an actual Kickstarter or something just to do that. Dude. I would fucking be pissed.
Kaylin.
Kaylin, I swear to God.
You're out there listening.
She's out there listening. I know she is.
We need your help.
We don't need your help.
I know you want to see this.
She probably does, to be honest.
Come on. Get all your college buddies.
Okay,
send in it all.
Let's move on.
I'll put in link in the description.
Lincoln? You're going to put Lincoln in the description?
Yeah, picture of him.
Just be right.
Honest Abe.
So I stick to my word.
Exactly. And it's going to happen.
Let's move on, because I'm still cringing thinking about it.
What's next? You want to talk about teenagers? You just told me to write that down.
I did, yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
It's about teenagers.
How they scare the living shit out of you?
Yeah. Honestly.
They can care less no matter what you do.
You're just quoting the song now. Anyway. Yeah, no, that song came on too, and it reminded me, and I was thinking, I didn't, as a teenager, I didn't think about that very often. I was that teenager. I didn't give a shit. I beat John, and I messed with John, and all this shit.
It just sounds like you, John.
I was a dick.
You scared the living shit out of John.
Yeah, I was a dick as a teenager. I didn't.
You still are, but
I mean, I was more of a dick.
Yeah.
But now I'm also scared of teenagers.
Well, they're bigger than you.
It's not just that. I mean, it's the fact that now, especially Gen Z, they don't give a shit.
We're part of Gen Z.
I don't associate with Gen Z. I associate more with millennials than I do with Gen Z.
I feel like we're in this weird in between.
We are. I think someone tried to make another generation in between, because half of us associate with Gen Z and half of us associate with millennials, and it's just a weird mixing there.
I don't know what I associate with. I have some from millennials, some from Gen Z, because I grew up in that middle.
I didn't
I love TikTok.
I know,
but I still use the emojis that Gen Z laughs at millennials for.
the laughing face.
Yes,
it's you're supposed to use the skull now. I was like, what?
Really?
That's a thing?
I use the skull and the laughing face. So maybe that's exactly it. I'm in between.
Yeah, I don't. I was like, why am I using a skull instead of the laughing? Anyway, yeah, no, because a lot of Gen Z are like fearless fucking children, like
charging. Well, the world's ending, so
yeah, like they don't give a shit.
And I do to a point.
Yeah, it terrifies me. Like there was a video I saw. It's like, this is what Gen Z is like, and there was a guy robbing like a cafe or something, and he pulls out a gun. He's like, "Oh wow, you got a pink gun." It's like, "The bullets aren't pink, motherfucker." And he's like, "Well, shoot me then." And he fucking shoots the roof. He's like, "Oh fuck!" And he grabs like a thing of paper towels, like the metal canister, and like hits him over the head with it. I was like, "See, if that was me, I definitely wouldn't do that.
I would just quit my job right then and there. I'd be like, I'm out. Take what you want, food, money. I'm done for. I'll get paid enough for this."
Yeah, but like it sums up Gen Z, and I don't know. It scares me. Gen Z scares me.
I mean, I would either do that or be like, shoot me. I hate this job anyways.
I joke about it, but I also want to live.
I don't know if I do. I'm in between.
Yeah, see, you're that mixing pot.
Yes. Well, you were born in 1999, right?
Yeah.
And I was born in 2000. Maybe there's a difference.
A year gap.
Yeah, year gap.
It just terrifies me. Like, I didn't understand it as a teenager. Like, I'm not that fucking mean. So what the fuck do you want?
I know, and you're like 4 foot. Trying to fight like 6 foot dudes.
I terrified them. I don't know if it was because of my voice or just my intimidating stance. I don't know.
Or maybe because you beat them up and threw their stuff on the ground. A lot of tall people are actually pretty nice and friendly. Small people are the ones that everyone's scared of.
It's because, well, I think short people get picked on more than tall people, though. Because, like, everyone aspires to be tall. No one wants to be short.
I mean, I don't want to be short, but I'm okay with my size.
I mean, you're average size for a female. So.
I just like to reach the top shelf. Or close the back end of a car without having to jump 4 or 5 times to reach it.
Is that a thing for you?
I can't reach it.
Do you have, like, abnormally short arms, or you just can't reach it?
I could, like, reach it with my longest finger.
It's like, if I try really hard and I stand on my tippy toes,
yes,
then I can reach it.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. Teenagers are just
scared the living shit out of you.
They do.
And they could care less. No matter what.
I swear to God, if you go on with this again.
I just did.
We don't need to do that.
Let's see.
About?
What animals are you scared of?
I don't know if it's just because I was watching a video earlier today about moose.
Oh, yeah.
But mooses terrify me.
They're huge.
Exactly.
And you're tiny.
Even for like an average person. Like,
they're
I think
huge,
a moose is like 10, 11 foot.
Jesus Christ. He'll step on you.
Just, yeah. And I was watching a video today, and like, those fuckers like charge you. Like, they see you and they do a bluff charge where they like charge you and stop like just a little bit in front of you. And I don't know, I
Gen Z wouldn't be scared.
Man, what the fuck you want?
I know it's a fake charge. You fucking bitch.
Yeah, right? But yeah, no, they're huge, and like it brought back like reading the Hashit in like 6th grade because I think he got trampled by a moose, and I don't know.
Remember that part.
I don't know how he lived through it because like being trampled by a moose means you have like broken ribs and broken bones and maybe a collapsed lung.
Poor guy, man.
Yeah, so
he was like 12.
Yeah. It's terrifying. Like, I know some moose aren't aggressive, but some are. And you never know which is which.
You just gotta meet the right moose.
And until you meet that right moose, you're probably gonna get your ass handed to you.
Then you could ride it and you could be so fucking tall.
I couldn't even climb on it. That's how tall it is.
It can help you get up there with his with his nose. I don't know.
Oh, that's definitely gonna make it happy. Me just grappling its nose, like climbing onto it, grinding on its fucking nose.
Ew. I wouldn't like that either.
Exactly. Imagine getting kicked in the eye while someone's trying to ride you.
I don't think you said that right.
Trying to climb on top of a moose, kicking it in the fucking face.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. Never mind. You could just use
a ladder.
Yeah. Step stool. That's how I got into my college bed. It was high up. I
remember that, yeah.
I had to buy one. It was really high.
I thought you could lower it. Why'd you put it so high?
More room? I put my...
stuff under your bed?
Yeah, and that's how they set it up, and I wasn't going to lower it.
I mean...
It's heavy, and I'm weak.
You have a roommate. You had a roommate that could have helped you.
Yeah, but I don't like asking people for help.
So I'm going to do this myself, and I'm going to kill myself in the process.
Exactly.
That's not how that works.
Gen Z. Just kidding.
So fuck you.
I think we should call the episode Gen Z.
Gen Z? We've only talked about Gen Z for like 10 minutes, maybe. Probably 5. Gen Z.
Just gotta say it throughout the episode.
Throughout the episode, just randomly, Gen Z.
Just count how many times we say Gen Z. Drink every time we hear Gen Z.
No, God, no.
Not you, Kaylin. I know you're not age.
Yeah, don't do that.
Drink water. Stay hydrated.
Hydrate every time you hear the word Gen Z.
Oh shit.
I mean, after that, you might actually die. So don't overhydrate.
Just take little sips.
Little sips.
Dip your tongue. You know what animal I'm scared of?
Cats.
No, I love cats. I have like.
Yeah, I realize that now as I'm looking outside your window. There's like 20 cats running around. You're like, no, I love cats.
Yeah, I love them. I'm a crazy cat lady.
Pretty much.
I'm scared of frogs and birds.
Why? Why frogs? Because, well, I've always been like scared of how slimy and stuff they are. And then 2 incidents made it so like I'm terrified of them. One time, Janae came over and I told her, like, I'm kind of scared of frogs. And she grabbed one and chased me around my whole yard with the frog. A frog or a toad?
I don't know. It was one of the big ones.
It was probably a toad because I don't think we have frogs around here.
Well, both of them. Both of them. And then one time I was, like, headed home, right? I get out of the car and I step on one.
And that's what terrified you?
Yes. Because it was like...
It made that noise.
It made a weird noise, and it felt weird under my foot. And then it started hopping, and I was like, why is it... What's underneath me? And I ran into the house and cried.
As I stepped on a frog and it felt weird.
Exactly. They're huge. They get so big. They're bigger than my head, dude.
No. Well, maybe some species of frogs, but no frogs around here.
Okay, toads, whatever.
Yeah, no. Like I said, maybe some species of toads, but not toads around here either.
And lizards. Lizards are gross, too.
Are you just scared of reptiles in general?
Snakes.
And amphibians?
Snakes, I'm terrified. I always have dreams of snakes killing me. And people throwing snakes at me.
What about that kimono dragon? Does that scare you too?
Not the drawing. It was cute. We'll post your drawing, Kaylin. Go check out Kaylin's drawing on our Instagram page. Yeah, I'm also scared of birds.
The most, like, innocent animals are what you're scared of.
They always shit on me.
Like, at least...
They always shit on me.
At least I'm scared of an animal that can kill me. At least they
shit... What? I mean...
At least they shit on me. What?
Moose can shit on you too, because they're so high up.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm terrified of.
They always shit on me. I'd be walking to class, I had an exam, shit right on me. And I was like, I can't go back home and change, because I have an exam in like 5 minutes, and I had to take an exam with shit all over me.
And that's why you're scared of birds. I could understand, like, a dislike for birds, But being scared of birds?
They always like, I don't know. I don't think their birds are real.
Birds aren't real.
They're drones. And the government knows. And they're spying on me. And they know that I know. You're really into
conspiracy theories.
They know.
You're really into conspiracy
They know theories. That I know. And that's why they shit on me. Yes, I'm into conspiracy.
What about like parakeets and like parrots and...
I'm scared of their wings flapping and shit, but like it's cool that they could talk. But it's also weird because that's like the government talking through them, you know.
Crows can mimic speech as well.
Ew. Yeah, I don't like that. They're huge.
Or is it raven? Because I think that's what Edgar Allan Poe was talking about in the
raven. Yeah. I think it was the raven. Then.
Yeah. I think crows and ravens can do it. I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm scared of birds.
I don't know why. I mean, like big birds, like raptors, I can
like
understand.
Big Bird off Sesame Street? Hell yeah, I'm scared of him too. I'm scared of like Chuck E. Cheese, the mouse and stuff. I don't like that. Animatronics, what is it called? Anything,
I understand that. Like, as a child, I was scared of like the Easter Bunny and Chuck E. Cheese and like anything that was in a suit that I knew wasn't real.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know who was under that, and I knew it wasn't the Easter Bunny.
Exactly. I met Spider-Man. I thought it was a real Spider-Man at this thing one time.
Yeah.
And he took off his mask, and I started crying because it wasn't Tobey Maguire. And I'm like, who is this man?
So this isn't Spider-Man?
That's just a random white dude in a costume. Like, why do I want to take a picture with him?
Even Santa Claus. Like, I was terrified of Santa Claus as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even in a suit. Like,
I don't want to sit on some weirdo's stranger's lap.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got...
Now I do.
I didn't...
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if you heard that. I really hope you did.
I hope you did not.
I hope you did. And that's why I stopped mid-sentence.
Okay, continue.
You know, half the time I feel like we're not even talking to, like...
people?
Yeah. We're just talking to ourselves.
I'm trying not to think so many people are listening to us. I mean, 60 is not a lot for a podcast, but still...
It's a lot when you only expected, like, 20 people to listen.
Exactly. I think our most is, like, 86 people.
99.
99?
99. On the first video.
Damn, guys.
Yeah. I check it, like, every other day.
I do, too. I didn't check it today. I guess you did, right?
No. No, not today. I'll probably check it after, like, when we get done with this.
Oh, yeah, I definitely do.
But that's about it. Yeah.
What were you going to say? You were, like, mid-sentence.
Something about Santa Claus. I don't remember. Like...
You're scared of Santa Claus.
Yeah, I was when I was a kid. I think what I was going to say is, like, I grew out of it when I got older, but at the same time, I'm still, like, terrified of it, but I can, like, own up to it and, like, be, okay, I can do this.
I can sit on Santa's lap.
Yeah.
You should do that also for a video. Conquering your fears. And I will...
What am I going to do? Run up to a moose?
Oh, no, sit on Santa's lap.
I'm fine with it now. Like, it just makes me uncomfortable.
I'll do it with you.
Just, Santa, I want to sit on your lap.
We're the two only grown people there. Yeah. But it's okay. We're like the same size as kids.
I mean, if I shave my mustache and like,
we'll have our masks on.
Yeah. I just need to make sure my sideburns are shaved and lower my voice or raise my voice.
Yeah, try to talk like a little kid.
No.
And you lowered it.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe lock them doors and turn. You should sing that.
See, I could do that. I'll do that instead of Avril Lavigne.
I bet she did lock them doors and turn those lights down low when she saw you singing out there.
Like I said, I don't remember. Like, that's the only thing about the dream that I remember, is that I went in there and I sang the song. And then I think I just left. Like, I didn't wait for a response. I think I just left.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh man.
You get any matches on Tinder?
I'm not on Tinder.
What are you on?
Bumble.
Did you get matches on Bumble?
No.
Oh.
No. Yeah, no.
Come on, guys. Lucy.
Okay, I made it go away.
Yeah, I know it does.
There's like a 2-3 second pause right there. Where it's just me standing there. It's fine. I was about to sneeze, okay? Don't look at me like that.
I was like, in your dream or like right now because you were going to sneeze?
Like in real life. Gen Z.
There you go. Stay hydrated, my friends.
Oh, all right. I don't know. Like, speaking of teenagers, I think like when part of that is like being rebellious, and like it reminds me of a time when we were in Upper Bound when I think it was the last day of Upper Bound and we really wanted McDonald's.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We really wanted McDonald's, and it was like 9:00 at night, and we were supposed to be in our dorm rooms at that time, like going to sleep.
Yeah, we're underage and we can't leave.
Yeah, I mean,
they locked you inside.
We're teenagers, so yeah. Anyway, like
Gen Z.
I don't think anybody's seen the dorm rooms at the college here in town. Maybe some people, but the windows on them are so small.
Yeah.
And they only open like a little bit, like they crack open. And it's not like you lift them, it's like tilted, and
I don't even know how y'all did it.
We were on the bottom floor.
Well, yeah, I was on the second.
Yeah, you would have had fun with that. I think we did take someone from the second floor, though. I don't know.
Yeah, you took Alyssia.
I think we did take Alyssia. I remember how we did it because we were looking for the cameras. And my job that night was, before we left, was to find a place where she can come down where there was no cameras. So we found out that there's cameras in the front of the dorm room that watches that hallway. And there's a camera at the back of the dorm, but it's pointed down the hall.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't really see that last room. So
that's how you did it.
Well, that's how we got Alyssia with us.
I was so mad you guys didn't invite me. I want some McDonald's.
You would have made too much noise. Like, you would have done something to mess up.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we snuck out that night through those tiny ass windows, and like
I would have got stuff or something.
Yeah, me and Josh and his cousin and our other friend. He was gonna go. He was supposed to go with us.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Robbie.
But I think he fell asleep or something. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Gen Z.
We should just use Gen Z as like our bleep word. He was Gen Z.
Anyway, so we left. We walked down the street, went to McDonald's, and it was the only restaurant open at the time that we knew of. Because, I think it was later, because we tried to go to Sonic, but Sonic was closed, so it had to have been after 12.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And, we went to McDonald's, and we were going to go through the drive-thru. We were just going to walk through and just try to go through there. And we walked up and looking at the menu, and someone over the speaker's like, "We don't take walk-ups." It's like, "You need to be in an actual vehicle." And we're like, oh, okay. So we backed away from, like, around the corner, away from the camera's view. And we're like, I still really want McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, you know what we should do? We should form into a car.
Did it even pick you up?
They did. I was riding on top of, like, 4 people.
Damn.
Gen Z. Anyway, yeah, like, I think Josh and his cousin were like, acting as like the front, and like Alyssia was like trying to be the back, and like they were trying to like be the doors and everything, and like we pulled up again, them just carrying me, and I was like, hi, and like we still don't take walk-ups. You need to be in an actual vehicle, like a car or something. I'm like, this is a car, and I tried to argue for a while, but they just turned us down, and we had to leave. But I mean, that was a long night. We walked from McDonald's all the way down to where Tony's is?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
How many miles is that?
It's probably about 1.5 miles, maybe 2.
Those runners out there will be like, babies. Amateurs.
Yeah. So we walked all the way down there, and along the way, we saw some pretty weird things. Like, it was like 3 o'clock at night, so of course it's going to freak you out. Like,
oh, yeah. Especially the people here.
Yeah, like there was a guy who was riding a bike, but he was like riding it really fast. So he's like standing up, and it looked weird because he had like this long trench coat on, and like just the silhouette of like a man
just coming that bus towards you.
Yeah, and he was like rocking back and forth on the bike. So like his bottom half was swaying, but his top half was still, and it was like coming straight at us. And like we were freaking out. It was the weirdest thing ever. Like, oh my god, what is that?
We're dead.
Yeah, so that was one of the things. And then there was this, like, I don't know, we never found out where he was. There was a guy, we were walking down the street to get to the gas station and get food, and somewhere along the way, I don't know from where the voice came from, but we were having a conversation, and this voice just chimes in and say, "Hey, young ones." Yeah. I was like, "Do you know what time it is? 16 o'clock?" And I was like, yeah. And like Josh just had a conversation with him like the whole time. We're trying to walk away, and he's still conversing with us, and we're trying to figure out where this voice is coming from. Like we never found out.
What the fuck? Josh is just like, I'm gonna come and sprain.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta go to church on Sunday and confess because I've been saying a lot of naughty words like shit. And he's just like naming off all the curse words, and he's like, I gotta confess to Jesus to cleanse my soul. And I was like, okay, we're gonna keep walking. And Josh is like, yeah, you gotta do that, man.
Yeah, that sounds like Josh, alright. He's like, I've been saying these ones.
Yeah. Josh is like, yeah, come on. I mean, it's like, I'll be the person you can confess to. I'll go to church in your name. It was weird. That night, there was just so many weird characters, and I didn't know how to feel about it.
Well, you were up at
like 3 o'clock, yeah.
There's a lot of weirdos.
Gen Z. Because I work for COG, so I take care of the elderly at their homes. I went to one of my clients' homes one time, and I was just trying to go into their house, and like this guy was walking down the street. He's like, "Hey, you got any crack?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "You got any crack?" I was like, "No, I don't have any crack." Like,
you should have put your pants down.
Yeah, no, that. I was like, "No, I don't have any crack." He said, "Well, do you have a cigarette or a lighter I can use?" I was like, "No, I'm a good boy." And he said, "Oh, okay," and he just walked away.
I'm a good boy. Did you really tell him I'm a good boy?
And I probably said like I'm a Christian or something. So,
would you like to hear about the Bible?
Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior?
That's
Jesus
how I'm
Christ?
gonna like avoid people. Do you remember that lady at McDonald's that kept staring at me and licking her ice cream?
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of weird people in Trinidad. Like, yeah, I think she dropped her ice cream as she was doing it too.
Yes, and you laughed at her, and then she wanted to come run after us and kick our asses.
She wanted to kick your ass.
No, you laughed at her.
She was more like fixated on you.
Yeah, she just kept staring at me and licking her ice cream like all seductively, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I worked there at the time, so I was like, I hope she doesn't come back.
And she did.
She did.
She did come back.
She just come in and stare at me.
Like, yeah, there was a time, I think, my dog got out of my yard, and he was running around, and like, I found him on the side of the road, and I pulled up, and I got him in the car, and like, this lady came up, like, and to my window and started talking to me. She's like, "That's your dog?" I was like, yeah. She's like, well, how do I know that's your dog? It was like, because his name is Zook, and he like came into the front seat. He's like, you sure his name is Zook? I was like, I'm pretty sure that's his name. He's my dog. He's like, okay. And she like reached into her like cup of, I don't know what it was, and pulled out like a handful of ice and just put it in my hand. And she's like, that's for the dog, and just walked away. So I was like,
just throw it.
Yeah, like just a handful of ice. Just, that's your dog? Yeah. Okay. And just gives me a handful of ice and walks away. Like, what am I supposed to do with a handful of like dirty ice? I don't know what this ice was.
So gross.
Yeah, so I just like, as she walked away, just like kind of dropped it out the window and drove home. Yeah, Trinidad's it's a crazy place. You tag me in a lot of stuff, like, because I'm short. There's a lot of things going around now that are like, tag a friend in this, or if you see this, your friend tagged you because they want you to know you're short. Like, there's a
tag you every time.
There's a lot of them going around now. Like, I didn't realize it until I
was getting tagged.
Yeah.
Maybe
and they're all different.
Yeah.
Like, I think Iris sent me one.
Aww.
And it was because he's into Minecraft, and it was a Minecraft video. So I was like, oh, thanks.
Aww.
But
it's like everyone is doing it too.
Yeah. I am 4'11", so yeah, that makes sense.
Poor guy.
For a male, that's, yeah. For an average person, that's short. For a male, it's even shorter.
It's okay, you'll grow.
No, I'm 21. It's over.
I remember we were in Miss Kreitzer's class, our science class.
Yeah.
And me and Janae were talking about, and Miss Kreitzer was talking to us about her dad and how he was really short in high school, and then he had a growth spurt. And then we turned to you and we're like, there's hope for you, Ryan.
Yeah, Miss Kreitzer was weird.
Yeah,
like, she was. I don't know.
Miss Kreitzer, we're sorry if you listen.
I mean, you were a great teacher and everything, but I remember one time in like middle school, like, she came up to me because I didn't have like a lot of friends, and the friends that I did have were girls.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's just because like I grew up with like my mom and sister, so I felt more comfortable around girls. Anyway, I was talking to you guys, and like you guys walked away, and I was gonna go hang out with Josh, and she comes up to me afterward, and she's like, it's play in the field, I see. And like, I was in like 7th grade, I think. Yeah. I didn't know what that meant. I was still innocent, kind of. So I was like, yeah, I guess. And she's like, good for you. I was like...
You were innocent, you know why?
I was innocent.
Because you thought a horny...
What?
A horny man was the same as a horny toad.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's, horny toads. Gen Z.
Man with spikes all over him.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought. Alright?
I thought a bunch of stuff too, and got me in trouble. I don't know if I should talk about it. My family's
just a spiky man.
A spiky man.
Oh, you know what?
Yes. No.
I have to get mad at you again. I yelled at you yesterday for it.
I was big.
But
I was with
I gotta get mad at you again. I was at the laundromat doing my laundry because I'm poor.
That's what you do at laundromats.
Yeah,
yes.
Because I'm poor and I can't afford an actual dryer and a washer. But if you want to start a Kickstarter for that. Let Ryan afford a washer and dryer.
Let Ryan afford.
Help Ryan buy a washer and dryer.
No, we're gonna do the cheerleading thing.
It's more entertaining if you dance for it.
Yeah, okay. They'll buy you washer and dryer if you do the video.
Anyway, I was at the laundromat, going back to the story, and I got my clothes out of the car and was taking them into the laundromat, and I don't know if I left my door open or what. But
probably.
I mean,
I'm guessing.
I might have like opened it because I have a bad memory. Honestly, because I feel like I opened the door to get something else and the dog jumped in. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I left the door open and the dog jumped in and I just noticed it. I feel like I opened the door and the dog jumped in. Because, anyway, a dog jumped into my car is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And it was like a pit bull or like a boxer. It was like a square.
Oh, like a boxer, like a.
Yeah, like Rocky.
Ah, I thought you were going to talk about my dad. He's a professional boxer. He boxes up stuff.
Yeah.
For a living.
He puts things in boxes. Yes. Not the fighting boxer that everyone else is talking about. Anyway.
It doesn't pay as well as you think.
I know it doesn't. The dog got in my car and I didn't know what to do. I mean, she just jumped in there and she just started chilling. I mean, it was...
You should want to go home with you.
She was probably hot. It was a hot day out and she wanted some shade. So, like, I understand it. But at the same time, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, so I went around and I knocked on the doors of, like, the people around the laundromat. No one claimed her. So I ended up, like, taking her out for a ride and putting my window down and everything. And I went and I called Alyssia because I wanted to see if Alyssia could help me. I was like, hey, I was going to ask her, do you know anybody that can watch this dog for me? Because I have to go do something. And she didn't answer the phone. I was in the middle of a funeral. I mean, that's a good reason. But at the same time, like, I didn't want to take it to the pound because I know that they charge you like $50 or $25 to get your dog out because my dog is gotten impounded and like by the people because he got out of the yard. So I made a post on Facebook about it and I was like, hey, does anybody know who this dog belongs to? Does anybody? And no one like said that they owned the dog. Really, I think all that people posted was like, oh, that's a cute dog. That's not a boxer. That's a pit bull. Like correcting me for my mistake. Not like, hey, I'm going to share this and let other people know. It. There was people that shared it, but not the people that commented. They were just like, yeah, that's a cute dog. And that was it. Yeah. So, like, I was trying to call you and ask you if you knew anybody because I didn't want to take it to the pound. And you didn't answer me. And then I called you, like, I think an hour later.
I'm still there. I went through all of it.
Yeah, and you answered that time, and, like, yeah. But...
I was at the dinner, I was like, hello?
Yeah,
And my aunt was like, he has a dog?
Yeah.
She wanted it.
It's like,
I was like, it's at the pound, and she's like, no, they're gonna put it down.
They're not gonna put it down. It's only been there for, like, a day.
Poor doggos.
I know, I feel bad, like, if I had a place of my own... I would have, like, kept it with me. Like, that's, in all honesty, I would have, like, held it until someone claimed it so they didn't have to pay. And, like, but...
Maybe they have a reward out there and you missed out on, like, $1,000.
Dude, it's more about the dog. I'm more worried about the dog than the money.
Someone stole Adriana's dog.
Yeah.
And they were waiting for an award, so that way...
Reward.
Yes, reward for them to bring it to them. And she said that she know that they stole the dog and they went and confronted them. And when they got the dog back, it was like,
dude,
it hasn't eaten, drunk any water. It was messed up.
Yeah, no, that was like the same thing happened to when I was living with my mom. We had, my one dog, Zook, and another little Chihuahua. And her name was Layla. And
I remember that one.
Yeah.
She was humping a cat or something.
No, that was Zook.
Oh.
Zook is the beagle.
Oh.
And yeah, he did that. Anyway, we were living on the corner of the corner house of the street, and we lost her for like a couple weeks, and we ended up putting like wanted posters or whatever, like stuff like that up, and we went around, checked all the neighbors' houses, and they said that they hadn't seen her. They hadn't found her or anything. And I think like 3 weeks to a month after we had lost her, my mom finally put up a thing in the newspaper for a reward for the dog. And our neighbor, the one that we had asked to say, hey, have you seen this dog? Have you seen our dog? She came up and she's like, hey, I heard there's a reward for your dog. I found her. She jumped in my car. She's a really sweet dog. And I was like, we asked you if you had seen the dog like 3 weeks ago. And she's like, oh, well, she's here now, so can I get the reward? And I was like, really? So, I mean, we ended up paying her, but...
I would have took that lady to court.
I mean, my mom's a really nice person.
Yeah, she is.
But it made me upset.
Been the shit. She can beat the shit out of that lady.
She is nice until you get her mad. Like, she's like me. Like, for the most part, I'm a very nice person. For the most part.
You always
okay, me. But you have never, like, actually seen me mad.
You just insult me, that's true.
Yeah, I'm a dick, but you've never seen me mad.
Yeah.
It's like that. But, yeah. I don't know what it is with people like that. Like, they steal the dog just to get the reward.
All you dog stealers out there.
Dog thieves. I think my sister, she gave me her dog to watch. I let him out to go to the bathroom, and I came back and it was gone. Like, my sister can't pay for a reward, I can't pay for a reward, so I don't know if they just, like, took him and just, like, took off with him or what, and we still haven't been able to find him.
Wow. That's so messed up.
It is, like, especially with, like, something like a dog or a cat or something like that, because it's, like, you feel like that's part of your family.
Yeah, exactly.
Gen Z.
Gen Z. Doesn't kidnap animals.
As far as I know, they don't. But, like, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, well...
Not for the reward. They'd probably just, like, kidnap the animals just to say, oh, that's a cute dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely thought about that. I'm like, that's a cute dog. You want to come home with me instead?
It's my dog now.
Yeah. Even though I'm allergic, you can probably die.
Oh. I do want to get, like, a husky or a German shepherd, too. Like, when I move.
I think huskies are so cute.
Everyone thinks huskies are cute. That's why everyone wants a husky.
But they shed a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get those.
What was it? Not a Pomsky? No.
Yeah, the Pomeranian husky. The really short, tiny huskies.
Yeah, there's corgi huskies, too. Those are cute.
I never seen them.
Those are cute.
I need to look them up.
I like how people, like, intentionally breed animals to make them
cute.
Yeah, but it's just a defect. If biologically speaking, it's just
they're fucking their own family.
No, biologically speaking, it's more of a genetic defect. It's not supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Like, if you go back, like, thousands of years, dogs did not look like what they do now.
Well, yeah, they tried to, like, get what they wanted.
Yeah.
And now it's, like, they're really messed up.
That's why, like, pugs, they have that short face.
Yeah, and they always, like, lose their eyes and stuff.
Yeah, they have breathing problems because of it, but people think it's cute. And it's just, it's a breathing problem. They have trouble breathing. They're like, that's so cute. You're having trouble breathing. Like, it's like going up to a person with asthma, like having an asthma attack, and you're like, oh, that's so cute, and just not helping them.
I've done that. I'm just kidding.
Just, oh, that's cute, and just walk away. Please, inhaler.
I remember people, like, I was choking, and people just walked up to me and laughed, and didn't help me.
I mean, I think me and Josh did help you after we laughed at you.
Oh. But you're like, quit coughing, shut up. That's not helping. And then eventually, you got the seniors, and I was like a freshman at the time. Yeah. You got the seniors who keep telling me to shut up. Yeah. And I couldn't stop coughing because I was choking, and no one would help me.
Oh, I miss Carson.
And Adriana even moved away from me because she was embarrassed.
Oh, man. The only reason I took Junie's class is because she made me take Junie's class.
Really?
Yeah.
I wanted to take Junie's class.
I mean, I did too, but I also wanted to get my second year of Spanish in, and the only time I could get it in was during Junie's class, because I wanted to, like, have that for college. But she's like, no, you need to take Junie's class. I was like, why? She's like, you just need to take Junie's class. You'd be good at it. She's like, you're calm in stressful situations. It's like, I act calm, but I'm freaking out on the inside.
She's like, we need that. You care, but you don't show it enough.
Pretty much. It's like, you don't show your emotions. You're a good EMT. I was like, okay.
Did you ever dissect one of the bodies? Dissect? Is that what it's called?
Are you talking about an autopsy?
Yes, an autopsy.
I wanted to. Did he take people?
Yeah.
I think he took Jacob, right?
He took Jacob and Jordan, and then he took me and Alyssia.
Yeah, I wanted to go, but I don't think he had another body after that, or that he could take us up with. He showed us that one in the coroner's office.
Oh, and yeah, it smelled bad, yeah. And you're like, it doesn't even smell that bad. And I was like, that's because you stink.
It's like, well, no, it's because I've dealt with other stuff like that. Like I've dealt with dead animals and stuff like that. So,
I can't.
It's not.
I think I'd rather deal with
it's a bad smell. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not horrible. Like once you get used to it, you get used to it.
I think I would rather do it the way I did with a person than a cat or a dog. Like how you do in Miss Kreitzer's
biology, advanced biology. Yeah,
I could not do that to a cat.
It was interesting. Like I would have.
You took it?
Huh?
You took it?
Biology?
Advanced biology?
No. Like when we dissected the frog, that was the biggest thing we dissected.
My partner was Tim.
Speaking of Tim, did I ever tell you about that time when we were in shop and we
probably shouldn't say names. Oh well.
It's too late now. We were in shop and I think, what is that thing where you
sander?
No, you tighten it so it doesn't move.
Yes, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not literate with
tools. I'm not a very handy person. Like I can do it, I just don't know the names of the tools. Anyway, we put a piece of wood in it and we started tightening it. We were doing it as tight as we could.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know at what point, but we twisted it just far enough to where it broke the piece of wood, not the tool.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it broke with such force that it shot the piece of wood that broke off into the roof. Like it was stuck there.
I thought you were gonna say a Tim. I was gonna laugh.
Just Tim's. That would have been funny, but no. It shot it into the roof, and it was just stuck hanging from the roof. And I don't know if they ever found. While we were in the class, they never noticed it. Uh-huh. So I don't know if it's still there, or.
And Tim was your partner?
No, me and Tim were just fucking around.
Oh, I was like. I thought you and Josh were, and then just shot at Tim. Yeah, no, we
had to do it all by ourselves. We had to make our own birdhouse.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and one of the kids, I don't think he finished his birdhouse. I think he had to have someone else help him, but they made him sand everything down. But he didn't measure anything out, so he was just sanding away. And he put it together, and there was gaps this big between each piece.
I remember Janae painted hers black, and the teacher was like, "You're gonna bake him inside."
Yeah.
I do want to talk a story about Tim, though. Anyways, back to Tim. Let's make fun of him. So he was in my Spanish class, right? And he used to wear those sliders, the sandals with socks and sandals. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The Nike ones?
I don't, but I know what... I remember Tim wearing something similar to that, yeah.
Okay, so he was walking, because we have to do, groups and stuff.
Yeah.
And we had assigned seats, but his partner was Matthew, so he had to always go to the front of the class, right? He's walking to the back of the class, the sandal slips over, and he falls on his face, okay? And he's, bleeding, and he sits in his chair, and, his knee is bleeding, and the girl next to him, she wants to be a nurse, right? And she's like, "Oh, let me see your knee," and stuff. So he lifts up his knee, and he falls. He falls again, and he hits... I'm sitting right behind him. He hits his head on my table, on my desk, and he falls back. And I was trying so hard not to laugh, because that's the second time he fell, right?
I would have laughed.
I did, but I was trying not to. And then Miss What's her name?
Torres.
Miss Torres, yes. She has another name now.
Yeah, she's married. Sad days.
Sad days? You wanted to marry her?
No,
she was hot. Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to marry her.
I wanted to marry her. If you don't want to admit to it, that's your problem.
No, yeah.
And she's like, Matthew, will you walk? Because she knows, like, they're friends.
Yeah.
Matthew, will you walk with him to the nurse so that way he doesn't fall again or anything? And I'm dying. And before Matthew leaves, because Matthew sits, like, kind of by us, too. Yeah. Like, he sits on the opposite side of me. And he goes, I'm going to push him down the stairs. And I'm like... And then we went around again to see if we could talk to our partners and stuff. And we heard someone coming up the stairs. So me and Adrian walked to the door to see. And, like, Matthew's trying to trip him going up the stairs.
God damn it.
I was like, that's a bad idea, Miss Torres. You should not have sent Matthew.
Yeah, see, like, I'm kind of grateful for, like, everything that happened in school. Because, like, it made me who I am today.
Same.
But at the same time...
I'm glad I wasn't a cool kid.
I'm
glad I was friends with you.
Thanks!
That's why we had the podcast now.
I was popular in speech and debate.
I was popular in...
nothing. You were popular in nothing.
Not even with my family.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even the favorite child.
People in speech and debate knew who I was, so... that's obvious by the one person that I did match with. Not even
the teachers knew who I was. They were like, Alyssa? And I'm like, it's Alyssia. I've been here for like 6 years.
Yeah.
The only one that knew my name was Miss Berry. That's why she was my favorite teacher.
I loved Schaefer, though. Like, I think senior year, because he used to teach financial lit.
Yeah.
And so I walked into his class for financial lit, and I went and sat down in his room, and, like, a bunch of, like, 8th graders walked in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this isn't financial lit, is it? And he turned around and was like, Ryan, are you an 8th grader? I was like, no, this is financial lit, right? He's like, no, Miss Morelli's teaching that now. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I can carry you up there if you want. I was like, oh, okay, let's go. And he, like, came up to me, and I, like, jumped in his arms, and he, like, carried me up 2 sets of stairs, or this first set of stairs, and he's like, okay, I gotta drop you here because you're too heavy. I was like, oh, thanks, Mr. Schaefer.
Really? I didn't know that happened.
Yeah. I
used to go down the pillars, just, like, sliding down when no one was around, and I went down them one time.
And fell.
And no. But he was like, you're gonna get splinters on your ass!
Dude, I remember in, like, 7th grade, it was the first encounter that I had with Mr. Schaefer.
Yeah.
I think I told you the story, me and Josh found, like, these concrete slabs outside, like, they were just, like, detached from the ground, so, like, you know what, this would be fun. Me and Josh are gonna go smash these. We didn't want to smash them in front of the teachers that are, like, watching, so we went around the building, around the side to one of the classrooms. We didn't know that it was Mr. Schaefer's class. And we just start, like, smashing them, like, shattering them, and, like, fighting the bigger pieces and smashing them again. And Mr. Schaefer was in the middle of a class. So we were just smashing him outside his window, and we hear something behind us. And, like, I have, like, this slab over my head, and we just turn around slowly. And the stupid thing about it is that the blinds were going up so slow that we would have had enough time to run away without him knowing who it was us.
Yeah.
But we just stood there watching the blinds go up while I was holding the slab above my head.
I would at least drop the slab.
Yeah, no. He just rolling... They're going up slowly, and we see his hands come into view, and just, like, slowly his face, and, like, everyone's looking outside the window. Just, like, staring at us. And we just stayed there, and I kind of... Mr. Schaefer, I think he told me, he's like, you need to put that down. I was like, oh, okay. And then I, like, put it down, and he's like, now you guys need to pick all this up. Pick it all up and put it in a pile over there. And me and Josh were terrified of Mr. Schaefer for the rest of the year.
I was terrified of Mr. Schaefer. I think I was talking during one of the times where he had to substitute for Mikey.
Yeah.
And he's like, he gave me a dirty look and yelled at me, and I was terrified of him.
Like, but after that, like, when we had him the next year, me and Josh were still terrified. Like, we thought he was going to recognize us and be like, you two. But no, he loved us.
I remember me and Grace used to wave to the kids in Mr. Barry's class and just put our hands through the window and wave and hit the windows. Mr. Barry never told us anything, though.
I mean, Mr. Barry was nice, though. He was chill. Like I said.
And they would wave back to us, like the high schoolers and stuff. Because we were elementary.
No, we were middle school. That was our last year outside.
Oh, but I went in elementary.
Did you do it in elementary?
Yes.
You did it in elementary and middle school?
Not middle school. I meant just elementary.
Yeah. But,
should we end it there?
You don't have a dream? They're missing out on Alyssia's weekly dream?
I didn't have a dream this one.
So they gotta deal with Ryan's
2-year-old
dream, or
2-year-old dream. Maybe she's single now.
No, she's still in a relationship.
You can find her on Bumble.
She's in a relationship. What part of that don't you understand?
What's her name? I want to look her up. Find Ryan on Bumble. Find us on Instagram. And the handle's below.
Yeah, well, like I said, ask us questions, whatever.
We'll roast you, or you could roast us.
If that's what you so desire. But, yeah, until next time.
I'll also post the fun, so we could get Ryan's dream to come alive.
It is a dream, but it's not my dream, so.
It was your dream. You did have it. Anyways, we will post all that below, and make sure you start a fund. Make sure you follow us on Instagram.
It's a
Kickstart, so Ryan gets a washer and dryer.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's
one of the two.
Kaylin, make sure you start that.
Please don't.
She's our number one fan out there. Love you.
Please don't. Until next time.
We are the Nameless Losers. Goodbye.
See you later.